Greg Pron's senior season in 2011 is one of the strongest in UWF Athletics history. As a member of UWF's national championship winning team, he set program records with 93 hits, 69 RBIs, and 149 total bases in that season. And he found himself atop the school record books in career hits, stolen bases, and times hit by pitch. A textbook example of a five-tool player, Pron also ranks in the top 5 in UWF history in batting average, doubles, and home runs, while earning a spot on the 2011 ABCA Gold Glove Team. He is one of just 2 UWF student-athletes to earn first-team All-American honors from Daktronics and the NCBWA, and is the only Argonaut to be named the South Region Player of the Year by each of those organizations. West Florida won 141 games over Pron's 4-year career, with the Daphne, Alabama native helping lead the program to 2 first-place finishes in the Gulf South Conference during the regular season. His production continued through the postseason as Pron earned spots on the 2011 NCAA Regional and Championship All-Tournament teams. Pron was a 3-time All-Gulf South Conference performer, making him one of just 4 Argonauts with that distinction. He was drafted in the 42nd round and played 3 seasons in the Met system after graduation. Now he works as a software engineer at Mindtree in Gainesville, Florida. Now we want to welcome back up his head coach, Mike Jeffcoat.
Sorry, I just want to make sure we had the right position. As we mentioned earlier, again, it's a great honor, and one of the things that started in this process and the culmination of the national championship in 2011, before I get totally into Greg, I want to thank again Dr. Benz, Kevin Bailey, Dave Scott, Megan Barter. The administration was so phenomenal, and it started in 08. Yes, please. It's so easy, when I talked earlier when I was inducting Brandon, to build the vision when you are sitting in staff meetings and you're sitting in student affairs meetings and you're hearing it from the top that athletics needs to be the front porch of the university. Athletics needs to be something that people can identify with and where the pride comes from. And then when I can stand and the rest of our coaches could stand in front of our athletes and say, hey, this comes from the top. It's not a bunch of BS now. They're saying we're going to get some more out-of-state waivers and we're going to bring more players to come in with the guys and gals that are good with you right now. And it was infectious. And just to have the support, the players saw it. I know they did. And we slowly built that. And I just wanted to make sure I spent that moment to say that. And we are so much looking forward to Dr. Saunders taking over that torch, and want to recognize her tonight for sitting on there. And through that process, before I get out of here, this is my last time up here, I want to thank Bill Valona and Dan Shugart that are going into the Hall of Fame tonight. They're the media. I was fortunate enough to be born and raised in Pensacola, Florida, and fortunate enough to have probably the first great excitement of my life in high school. And before all the social media and everything, you watched Channel 3 News at night. If you missed the 6 o'clock, you were damn sure going to see the 10 o'clock. And about 10:30 when Dan came on to see if your high school was mentioned, and I'll never forget the first time my high school was mentioned, and Dan said my name on TV. I mean, we were so excited, my mom and dad, and the culmination of going into college and now getting over to take over this program and seeing their coverage of our athletic program, it's just an honor, and I appreciate what y'all have done for our athletic department. Greg Pron was another one of those products that had the size, probably as a freshman. You see how tall he is when he walks up here. I don't know, 6'6", 6'5", what are you, Greg? Yeah, and but he you thought, look at this guy, and you think of leverage and power in any sport. When you've got that kind of length and you want to get that started, and he brought the consistency and the work ethic that I was looking for. And as Brandon reminded me, I was probably a little tough on those guys in those younger days. And when we knew we were out of it in 08, I told them, Brandon said it was a track meet. I don't know about that, but I told them they were going to earn every day they were out here. The school was paying for their education. The school was giving them opportunities. And we were looking for guys who wanted to come back the following year and build on the process. And if you weren't into that, then, we were going to have to move forward and move on. Greg was one of those guys, and it talks about his 93 hits in the season. That's a program record. Now, move forward, we're in the national championship tournament, and we're in the third game, having to beat Mount Olive, and we're down 3-2 with the bases loaded in the seventh inning, and Greg comes up, and at that point, you know, the team had done so much, and you talk about to your team about being the GPS and just trying to map it out for them, and at some point they got to take ownership and take the reins and run with it. I was just a figure down in the dugout, man, and I'll never forget, I'm over in the corner, and we had these bat boys that were, you know, the civic clubs would bring some of the Little League kids to come in each game and be bat boys, and one of the bat boys was sitting right here in front of me, and I'm just thinking, all right, Greg, you know, I didn't know how many hits, but I can tell you he was on 92 or somewhere in that range, 91, and I'm thinking, you had so many big hits for us, you've done so much, it's hard to ask for more, but I just need one more hit right here. I need a big hit right here. And he did. He came up with a huge RBI, 2 RBI single to left field to propel us to a 5-3 victory into the championship game. And at that moment, that Little Leaguer jumped up when I jumped up, and he busted my lip. So I didn't even get to actually see the ball and the throw. I was down on the dugout floor. But I heard everybody celebrate. That was a great story. And everybody, are you okay, Coach? I'm like, did we score? Yeah. Or did we take the lead? Yeah, I'm good. Don't worry about me. But again, I don't want to take any more time. It's been a long night. It's just a privilege and an honor to have 2 of my guys going in, 4-year players. Their stats speak for themselves. Greg Pron.
Good evening, everybody. Try and keep this short and sweet. Had no problem playing in front of thousands of people, but I don't speak well in front of a room full, I guess. I'm extremely blessed and honored to be here tonight. So I'd just like to take a couple minutes to talk about what this university has meant to me, and just a moment to thank the people that have helped me along the way. My time at UWF here was some of the best years of my life, and during that time I learned a lot, not only as a player, as a student, but also as a person. Baseball can be a pretty weird game. It's not always about skill or which team has more talent. Sometimes it comes down to outworking the competition. And the work ethic and determination that is required to succeed at the college level should not be underestimated. Coach Jeff Coate and his coaching staff, Coach Gerke, Owen Davis, Coach Doggett, Pat Cottrell, and even Kyle Brown, former player with me, they always knew that we had extremely talented players on the staff, but they also knew that it took more than talent to win and to do some of the special things that we did, such as winning the national championship. They pushed us pretty hard at practices and in the off season so that when it came time to perform, we were given the best opportunity to succeed. They were always there to help with issues on the field, but more importantly, they were there to help with whatever issues we had going on off the field, whether it was something with school or something personal. Jeff Coate always used to say that it's not just about becoming ball players, but it's about becoming great men. And he always pushed us to better ourselves off of the field, and that helped me get to where I am today. So I just want to say thank you to all of them for everything that they taught me, everything they did for me during my time here at UWF, and for sticking with me through the good times and the bad times for 4 years. So thank you, Coach Jeff Coate. To my teammates, we had some of the greatest times, and I have so many friendships that I know will last a lifetime with these guys. Many of them I still chat with today and can't wait to spend time with them again. I know a huge part of this honor belongs to them, because when you have a team as successful as our team was, it makes it a lot easier to be recognized individually. They were always there to support me, pick me up, or whatever else was needed. We always had fun on and off the field, and the team chemistry that we had was something like I've never had before with any other team. We were a band of brothers that was not going to let anyone be left behind. We were always there to help each other out, and we spent so much time together over the years that they became my family away from home. So I just wanted to thank all you guys. You guys mean the world to me, and I appreciate you putting up with this clown for 4 years. And a special shout out to my roommate on the road, Ebert, for letting me wear his lucky sock. And last but certainly not least, I wanted to thank my family. My family has been my single biggest influence throughout my years. My parents and brother attended nearly every game, even if we were traveling. And if for some reason they couldn't make it, they would be listening on the radio and waiting to talk about the game as soon as it ended. They were there to celebrate with me when things went well, and they were there to pick me up when things went bad. But they always pushed me to be the best I could, and I know I wouldn't be here without them today. So thank you, Mom, Dad, Rhino. My other siblings, my sister, my brother Steve, my aunts, uncles, my grandparents, most of which live quite far away. They weren't able to make it to quite as many games as them, but I know they were always listening in, keeping up with how I was doing. And if a game was close enough for them, they would find a way to make it. They always supported me, so I just want to say thank you to all of them. Your support meant more to me than you'll probably ever know. So thank you once again to my coaches, my teammates, and family. I wouldn't be here without you guys. Thank you and God bless.
Congratulations.